now, when we look back, and especially due to some of the work that you've done with us around accountability and changing the culture, we look back at the strategic plan we put together and the lofty goals we had, and the reality is they seemed crazy at the time almost.
Yeah.
We've achieved a great deal of those. In fact, I was looking through the strategic plan just this week and thinking, God, we already did that. We did it. We made revenue goals. We moved into a new place. We have a new name and new branding and marketing collateral. And we're working with an accountability system that's in place that's helping us produce good work.
I think that's a significant part of this whole transition because you're operating on top of that structure. So one part of it is you have this beautiful new space that really is affording you the capacity to probably, your annual volume is probably around 3 million now. So, but you have really designed the showroom to be able to function easily at probably 5 to 6 million.
We think that that's probably where our sweet spot might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, you have, yes, the economy right now is a little soft, but the population demographics could support that.
Absolutely.
Once things pick up a little bit, which I'm sure they'll do in 09, 010.
Yeah.
But so another significant part, as you're mentioning, is that you're doing this on top of a very well-oiled machine. Mark's been strong in not just working with myself as a consultant, but other educational opportunities, and taking all that into the business. It's really fine-tuned, and so the work that we did on building accountability in the culture landed on top of a lot of things that were already working. So
Mark's been working for years to organize and systematize and procedurize everything that happens so that there's a system in place from the moment we get a phone call. How do we handle that? How does that go into the job being sold? How does that get handed down to production? And that absolutely is the work that has to be done before you can begin to have the conversation that we're having, much less the conversations that we had 2 or 3 years ago when we started working together.
Yeah, and I remember when Mark first hired me, whenever that was a few years ago, he said he wanted to get down to a 3-day work week. And this is not going to be about bashing Mark. I'm going to edit that.
No, not at all. No, fine. No.
But he, for the most part, he's gotten the infrastructure and the people in place to do that. This part being, part of it, where you're now accountable for sales and production, right?
Right.
And so, Mark is still functioning in the business, but he's largely just assisting in sales and the marketing effort.
Yeah, his key role right now is in the marketing effort, being outside of the office and talking to people, doing presentations, doing seminars, speaking to the ladies auxiliary, whomever, because he's really good at that. He's fantastic at exciting people and motivating, and he's just a really good speaker. It's a perfect place for him. Yeah, and that's what he does. And we're working on his ability as an owner to step away and to be able to mentor and help me, particularly with the things that you learn as an owner. You can't write them down and walk away and expect somebody to do well. It takes a lot of work.
No, it's very common that an owner like Mark, he's typical of many owners who have been working in the business for 20, 25, 30 years and have developed habits and ways of running the business, managing people. And so then when you bring somebody in, when you bring in and you have an accountability culture, it's a very different animal. So it's more about delegating, coaching, motivating, and so inspiring.
Yes,
I know he's going through a big learning curve and just letting go and moving on.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's becoming the coach I think that he sees himself as.
Oh, that's great.
It's great.
That's great.